So you've sought out to do a new project, whether that's building an aesthetic body, being more active and running, having more stamina, or just starting a new business, etc. But you've always found yourself coming back to where you started, which is low accountability, low discipline, lazy, and frankly, you haven't really changed. Well, I found out that this tactic I'm going to share with you is actually a pretty good remedy. So listen up, I'm going to give you 2 tactics to fix this and fast track your way, if you use them right, to success, inevitably. When I was in high school, I really didn't have a lot of structure. I was just going with the flow, and to be honest, my structure was from the school curriculum. That's how I was structured. And outside of school, I had no structure. And to be honest, even with the structure, I was just not getting anything done. Why? Because I was just lazy and I had no accountability. The 2 things I'm going to talk about today. So when college comes and there's more freedom and less structure, albeit more structure than doing independent things like YouTube, I was still finding myself in the same boat. And it dawned on me because I've grown from little freshman in high school to now sophomore, junior, etc. in college, and I was still about the same. Inconsistent, lazy with the work, low accountability. And it just felt like I was entitled to, just because I was older, to have more accountability and more discipline and less laziness. But no, that's not how it works. Interestingly enough, just because you're 70 doesn't mean you'll have discipline or accountability or not be lazy. It's interesting because we think about this and we stereotype older people with wisdom and all this stuff. I definitely believe that plays a fact, but there definitely are some outliers that it's not guaranteed. You have to build it up. You have to build up the skill. It's not just gonna come to you for most instances. That being said, I believe that accountability is very important. This is how we get things done. It kind of feels like peer pressure, but a good peer pressure. Like you have someone who's on your ass a little bit, like, hey, did you get this shit done? Did you get this homework done? Hey, did you get this video out? Hey, did you hit the gym yet? So it's really nice. Honestly, it is something essential if we don't have it. Think about it and you can reflect, oh, I remember a time when I did this, but currently I don't have it. Well, I'd recommend, if you find yourself coming to this video, you're most likely lacking accountability and you're a bit lazy. Therefore, your homework is to find someone who is whatever you want to grow. Let's say it's a gym partner for specifically. You find someone who goes to the gym, who you can, maybe is your friend, who can be your accountability buddy. You work out with them. And eventually you will get to the point where you're self-sufficient, but now you're not there yet. So you need to find someone who is from school or your friend, get a pass preferably, and work out. This is what I did during my high school and early college days. I worked out with my friends. We went to the same gym, fortunately. You might not have this luxury. However, that's just an extra step. And depending on how bad you want it, you'll eventually get it. And it doesn't have to be a friend. It can be someone who you meet there at the same gym and you just become friends with them, or not even friends, maybe just gym partners. That's one example. Someone who is holding you accountable. You physically have to be, oh yeah, we're gonna work out tomorrow at 9 a.m. We're hitting chest and back. Very specific, very direct. And it's like you have a contract with yourself. You're obligated to do that. Now, even if you don't have a gym partner, you can still attempt to do that by yourself. It definitely is harder, and I feel like the people who are watching this don't really have the willpower or discipline, momentum to do that yet. But that's what it looks like if you just say it set in stone to your gym partner or yourself if you're that guy. Or you can tell it to your mom or your roommate or whoever. Hey, make sure I do this at this time. I need a little bit of help. Like, use your resources, be perspicacious. all you have to do is ask and you shall receive. So that is one thing you have to figure out for yourself. I've given you suggestions. One suggestion that I actually started out with was Creator Now, which was Iraq's premium school.
Those three people who won are Jerry Hahn, Zachary Sudal, and Lisa Boudet. You guys all won free.
This was a club I did season 1 through 3, where people are like-minded YouTubers. That's the thing, like-minded. A like-minded community where we hold each other accountable for the things that we say we're going to do, and the weekly uploads and all this other stuff. And it's only as good as you use it, because if you didn't upload or you weren't active in the community, then you wouldn't really get any value out of it. So I believe that finding a like-minded community as well is very helpful. That's just a thing that you have to find. Unfortunately, I'm not big enough to have that community. However, I will make a Discord that is in the description below. And when time comes, it will be big enough, and there will be a community of like-minded people, and we will go from there. In the meantime, you can look at people's Discords like Taekwondo or Hamza, etc., other people who have like-minded, very ambitious, visionary people. Now, with that being said, you also need structure. What is structure? Structure is basically think of it as the foundational pillars or foundation of a house. You can't build the house without having a foundation. You're just putting stuff in the earth, and it's just gonna collapse slowly, just like you have been doing, how your schedule has been going. You've just been placing random shit down without a foundation, and it's gonna rain, the grass is gonna get soggy, it's gonna get muddy, and it's just gonna collapse, and you gotta rebuild the whole damn house. So you need structure. I believe I talked about a few videos with structure. Structure is just, this is a new time schedule of things to do. Go watch the video go watch my previous video on this. I talked about having structure throughout your day, which is having a time block and putting the thing that you're going to do. It can be even more specific, like I said, with the working out. I'm going to work out tomorrow, 9 a.m. I'm going to do chest and back. It's not, I'm just going to work out tomorrow. No, it's I'm going to work out and I'm going to do this, and that. So you have to be very specific, have structure, as well as, I talked about this in my last video, go watch it. I'll actually link it in the description. Is an accountability tracker. So this is, if you don't have a friend, I would highly suggest that. It's way more easier than doing it by yourself. However, doing it day by day is important, and it really helps you. Those are just a few tactics to have structure, and honestly, I would recommend videos on structure, whatever questions you have. Basically, structure is just, to me, the schedule and the habit tracker. I believe that's pretty good structure, as well as having a check-in with a journal. You kind of just journal your days. Today went like this. Roses, buds, and thorns. What went good was this. What I could improve is this. What went wrong is this. So it's accountability. That's what the habit tracker is. That is what the journal is. And I actually do these things. I believe in you. Get the hard work in. Just run it up, because the time goes by anyways. You're either gonna be day one or one day.